Okay, this is my sliding snell, sliding sinker surf rig. It's a good setup for tailor, salmon, mulloway, small sharks. Probably want about 60 pound line for your leader, probably about 10 kilo line for tying your snell on, size 5, size 6 suicide hook with the bent eyelet, set of pliers and a bit of foam, and I'll show you how to put it all together. Okay, we start off by just feeding that line through by the hook. Bring it forward probably about an inch past your hook. I just pinch it down tight like that. Now grab probably about maybe 600 ml of that 10 kilo line, and I fold it over so it's a loop, so you've got a tail hanging just either side like that. Then I grab the main one and just start to wrap, keep it nice and tight, and just move forward as you're wrapping it. You probably do maybe 6 or 7 wraps, I guess. If you want, just push it down a little bit with your thumbnail. Do a couple more wraps. Push that down. Okay, so you want to try and pinch it with your thumb and your finger. Now that loose bit that's there, you're going to grab that and you want to just pull that all the way through. And what that's going to do is that's going to put a tie around your line. You're going to have one little sort of bit of a kink there, but that's alright. It's just enough to keep it on. You can go a lot longer. Some people go all the way down the hook, but I just do probably 7 or 8, and that's enough. Push it down that way, tighten them up, and then just clip them off, the extras off with your pliers. Doesn't matter if there's a little bit of a tag hanging out. At the end of the day, fish bones are a lot stronger than this. Okay, so that's your snell to your first hook. So that should slide through that now, not a problem. So if you slide your hook all the way back, now grab your other hook. Once again through the eye, and very similar to the first one, but this one's connected to the line. You bring it around in a loop. Alright, so just pinch that, and then do the same thing. Grab your main line, wrap around, push it down with your nail, a few more wraps, pinch it with your 2 fingers. Oh, that one popped out. And then pull that line again. Now, I sort of tend to leave this on the reel, because once you've done here, you can sort of then, give yourself how much lead you want. I usually try and go about 1 metre for my surf rig. Okay, so what we have there is your sliding snell. And one through the head, one through the tail, and it's great for surf fishing. Okay, for the rest of it, I find tie this to the swivel. Alright, so once again through the hole, try and get some of this line out right. Now with that it's quite thick line, so I just do about 5 or 6 twists, and I put that back through that hole, and you should pull it up like that. Most people put a bit of spit on it, just so it doesn't get heat up and get too much friction. But I find with a thicker line it's not really that important. Okay, so just trim that off. Leave a little bit out, so just in case it needs to pull through under tension. Now, what I do for the surf is I get that sliding snell. Now I put this on my main line, so off the surf rod. That'll go through, that'll attach to your swivel. And then I use these two different types of sinkers. I use a big bomby if I want it to drift across the sand, and when I'm looking for fish, and a big starry if I want it to just sit in the one spot and hold into the sand. And I find this setup's really good for in the surf, for night fishing, day fishing, gutters. Yeah, so hope it helps. Cheers.